Hello and welcome back to Boo Bear Trader. Today in this video I will do a special review, deep dive for the 6 stocks. 3 of them requested by my viewer, and the other 3 are actually the one I owned it before, and they are actually moving right now. So I want to review them as well. All right, so I will start with the trade desk. All right, so for the trade desk, I look at it for a while now, since May, June. But since we are looking at it today, we want to look at the support that I draw before. So you can see back in 2020 until now, the stock actually, every time it's about to touch this line at around 42, it's bouncing. And maybe it's the same as now. And if you look back 5 years from now, ago until now, the stock is actually at a really good price. I wouldn't say cheap, but comparable to before. It's actually, it is cheap, right? And I would say, looking at this chart, it looks like the mean is around $70 to $76. So right now it's actually at a discount. Right now, before I was looking at it probably around here, around almost 2 weeks ago to 3 weeks ago. So I was around here when I said, okay, maybe here it touching this line. Most likely we have a pullback and then a bounce. And then after that, it can bounce up a little bit more, go up to 55 something, which is right here. All right, so let's say that is the resistance for now. Now what we're gonna do is, you can see it's actually moved like I predicted. But now what do we have here? So you can see, in a way, we might have an inverse head and shoulder. Okay, and right now looking like we are making the right shoulder here. So if it go back and test this red line, all right, which is the resistance, and if it's breakout, where will it go? So normally what I do is I take this measurement and then basically replace it and move it over here. Is the estimate the move up going to be? Because this is inverse head and shoulder, it's gonna go the other way. Well, we got the gap all the way up here, right? But also we have this gap here as well. So maybe we're gonna close this gap first. However, we want to make sure that you're gonna hit here and maybe bounce pull back a little bit, and then going forward. So right now for the trade desk, it seemed like it is on the move back from the low. All right, so if you plan to buy, you can DCA. For example, let's say I want to buy 200 shares of this stock. What I'm gonna do is, let's say tomorrow I can buy 50 shares. If you go up here, I'll buy another 50 share. If you go back now 52, for example, or even 50, I can buy another 50. If you go up a little bit more, I can buy the 50. So basically, I DCA it up. So average, it will be around 53 something instead of 55, right? Or if it even go lower, I can buy more. And basically, dollar cost and average is down even more. Make it a little bit cheaper. All right. So let me take a look at this stock. Now that we look at it, so in terms of invert head shoulder, we also have like the cup and the handle as well. So it's part of it. If I look at the trend, we have something like this. And probably like this. So you can see in a way short term it's actually breaking out already, right? So most likely it will come up here to the red line, come back to the orange line, and then it's gonna jump. I don't know how much it's gonna jump. Maybe it's to 66. I don't know. I'm just giving a level here. Let me see. Yeah, probably 66 as the next level here. So that could be what I'm looking at right now for the trade desk. All right, next we have Uber. Last time I looked at it, it was around the earning. It looks like we have another earning coming up in 14 days to 2 weeks. So when I was here, I say most likely we gonna break out because it has been trending down, right? There was a chance for it to come back and test 85 right here, or even 82 something, so 85 right here, or 82 right here. But the chance was a little bit lower, and it actually came up a little bit. I just think okay, it was 94, it came up 92 something, and then after that pull back and slowly grind sideways. All right, now let's take a look at the chart and see what's going on. Okay, so we can see short term is oversold. Long term is starting to come down a little bit. So it looks like we might test the, all right. So right now it's near the support, right? So there is a bigger chance, about 60% is going to come up like that to 102. I would say about 60%, 40%, it can actually come down and break below. So why is this? Because you can see it's been bouncing, right? But every time you have more time coming back down here to test, the bigger the chance going to break either this way. If you go up this way like this, it's going to break out. But now we're heading down, it might come down as well. So 40%, which is still, it's a big chance. 83. Okay. And 60% of a bounce to 102. And because it's oversold near the support, I do expect a bounce. All right. And that is for Uber. Let me see if there's anything else that I miss here. Okay. I think that's it for now. All right, next we have FIVN. So let's see, I've seen this stock before. Wow, look like it's been down a lot. Oh wow, look. Look at this stock. All right, so if you look at this, any stock, and you got this chart, right? What this tell you is the whole cycle is played out already. And if the stock is still, the company is still making money, I don't know if they do. I have no idea. This is like the bottom, okay? But that doesn't mean it's not gonna go even more. But what it means is that it is near the bottom and you have more chance of a bounce. For example, like, bull or open or other, or even beyond meat, whatever, lately now. Okay, so if you like this stock, and if it was me, let's say I buy 100 share as a speculative, right? I don't know when they're gonna bounce, but if it does, it might bounce big. So let me see. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is the short-term trend. All right, so you can see. Okay, let me zoom in. Easier. So you can see it's actually bounced from the support, from the trend support here, right? The channel support right here, the orange line, and the green support. Let me go back to see if anything. So yeah, is I wouldn't say it's major, but is, I would say, midterm support. So if it was me looking at this stock, if the fundamental is just okay, I think this is a good buy, and I would buy, let's say, 50 share. Let's say I want to buy 100 share. I'll buy 50 share here out of the gate. If it come down by 25, come down a little bit more by 25, and then I'll hold and see how it is. But looks like we have at least 60-70% of a bounce here up, and then 25 to 30% down. All right. The only thing is that, is it still good, or what if it's break even lower, just like Beyond Meat and other thing, because there's no fundamental, there's no profitability of the company. So those are important. As long as it's okay, I would buy at this level. All right, next we have Lulu. Lulu, I actually have some share, not a lot, but some share only. So what I anticipated was this. So was here, I expected about a pullback. So it did not even bounce to 200 yet, right? But okay, but it did a move back, a pullback here. I mean, a jump, a pullback, and then now jumping. This is important. Why? You can see this bigger candle. It clear all of this right here. So it might pull down next. but the next jump, it will jump to 200. Okay, so I actually saw this and I was about to review this, check the chart as well, but now it's a perfect opportunity to check the stock. All right, let me quickly look at the trend. So the trend is like this, the high is like this, or even like this, right? So you can see the next move, maybe not to 200, but probably to 188, which is, or 186, which is right here, the bottom of this candle. So it's the next level. So it is aligned, kind of aligned with the top of this current channel. So we might have a pullback, but you're gonna come up, test this, and boom, you're gonna check this purple line and then come back to the orange line, something like this. And this is what I'm thinking it will do in the next, I would say, couple weeks to a month. All right. So this is Lulu. Next is United Health. So I was around here. I was here actually, bought some stuff, came down. I didn't buy until like here, bought some back, and then I saw when it was hitting 315 or something around here. And I still have some share, but I'm trying to tell you, you see this, right? This already touched 376, so 378 in a way is kind of touched already. Then it pulled back and then ready to bounce. You can see this is the support I drew maybe 3 weeks ago before I went to vacation, and I said, okay, most likely here gonna bounce up again, come back, and then slowly moving toward the red line. Okay, I'm not sure it's gonna pull back a little bit more after this, right? But the next time it bounce again, we might see something like 440. All right, so if I remove all this, remove all this because we might not see this anymore. Okay, you can see it took this high, and then this low is become like a trend, which the stock is trying to move around it or wrapping around that line. But you can see the trend is moving up. Okay. The only thing is that look like it's trying to sell off, because imagine you bought around here, you bought like me, you bought around 300 to 90 and it jumped to 3 something. Most people will take profit. So even for me, I took some profit. I still have some stock, but I took profit, a lot of them, right? So now what I'm thinking is, let's say you're gonna move up here, pull back, maybe 350, or even let's say even more, closing this gap right here at 320, 321. All right, then it's gonna come up back up here again. All right, so if it does another pullback, this might be the last chance for anybody that want to buy. And that is one of the reason why I missed Baba and Baidu. I took some profit, but I sold most of them. I didn't keep any, and I was waiting and waiting. I was too scared to buy in, and then I ended up missed the boat. So this might be the last chance if it pull back. All right, open. So last I looked at it, it was around the end of September, so almost a month ago, 4 weeks ago. So I say, okay, so you can see the bear flag right here. It might take us low to 5. So for the past month, it bounced a little bit and pulled back as well. All right, so let's take a look. Maybe the level will be the same, maybe it's not. All right, so you can see it's been oversold. Short-term, long-term starting to pull back as well. If you look at the long-term, you can see it moved so much, right? But then starting to pull back. So I think it's reasonable for it to come back and test this again. So that's why I actually drew the line at 5. All right, so coming back here, what do we have? Short term, we got something like this. I don't know. This is it. All right, so I do see a bounce, probably to 8, but then it will pull back to 5. Okay, something like this, and then you're gonna come back here to test this orange line at around 6:45 or something, 6:40, 42. So this is what I predict the stock will do. All right, so let me see if anything I see. If I draw something up like this, over like this. Now, if you draw like this, okay, so if we see right here, these two intersects around 5. So we might even have a shorter time for it to come back, test 5, or even 5:15. So maybe we got something like this, or it just, okay, or it just come straight down in a week. I don't know. But these are the possible paths. Possible path of open. All right, thanks for watching. Please hit a like, share, and subscribe. If you want me to review any stock, please comment below, and then I will try my best to review them as soon as possible. All right, thanks. Have a good night.